Morning everybody. First thing I'm going to say is don't look at my hair and don't judge. I didn't bring anything to do my hair with. I forgot. Everything's packed. No brushes, no combs, nothing. So this has literally just been like washed and left, and I've got this weird thing going on with my fringe. So, but it will prepare you for what it's going to be like in Florida, because the humidity in my hair don't agree either. So let's get that out of the way. Can you say good morning?
Good morning.
So we are just about packed up now. We are going to leave the Sofitel and we are going to make our way over to the V room. Yesterday was a bit of a grotty experience, to be honest. We both had a bit of a rough night. The food was dreadful, wasn't it? Absolutely dreadful. And we've both felt ill all night from it. Didn't sleep very well last night either. It was very, very hot in here, and for some reason the aircon shut itself off halfway through the night. So yeah. And Gary has been on window watch all morning whilst I've been sorting bits out. Been watching all the hire cars arrive and be checked over, and you know, I mean, it's you know, an interesting view. It's a bit dismal out there this morning, but yeah, you can see the control tower and everything, and there's the little walkway you go through just there from the Sofitel into the departures. And you've got down there is the train, which is just conveniently just come in, which is handy. Yeah, so it's quite a good location as far as you know, where you're staying and everything. If you're in the North Terminal, I'm not overly impressed with it. It's okay. It's, you know, it's all right. The bed, I have to say, the bed was really comfy, and the pillows. Bathroom was a little bit grotty. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose the trouble is, they just look a bit tired, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It was very noisy last night. Lots and lots of noise from outside. And like Gary said, he couldn't believe how many people were actually arriving overnight. It was more overnight than there was.
Yeah, it was actually mobbed out there at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? But,
you know, it was cars bibbying, people shouting, so it was really noisy, so we didn't get much sleep. Anyway, we are going to leave you now, and we are going to make our way through security and off to the V room, and we will take you with us when we get there. So we'll see you later. Right, so having never done the V room before, we've just gone to the Virgin desk. We've just double checked our seats, and we are in the bubble, and we're upstairs, so that's really good. Really lovely lady called Tracy on the Virgin desk was really helpful, told us that we get the priority security and all about the V room. We can go in there 3 hours prior to take off, and we can come in and out, which we weren't sure if we could just, once we were in we had to stay in, but you can come in and out as you like. So yeah, all very good. So looking forward to this now, I think.
Sorry?
I said we're looking forward to this now. Yeah, Gary's just said I've made him sound like a freak, because I was just telling her basically that he was a nervous flyer and he didn't want to be penned in the middle seats and so on. And he's now like, oh, thanks, you made me look like a freak.
Special freak friend.
Anyway, it's a shame he doesn't drink, doesn't it? Because I could just knock him out with alcohol. But then in saying that, you won't be able to drive at the other end. So, right, we're going to go through security, so I'm going to have to turn you off now. See you on the other side. Well, that was very quick and simple. Straight through security, no queue whatsoever. Straight through, all simple. So now we're into duty free. Apparently we've got about 40 minutes before we can go into the V room, so we're going to have a wander around and see what we can buy. And I might have a quick spray of free perfume, because I forgot to bring mine, it's already packed. So let's go and have a look what they've got. And the gins and things.
Yeah, okay.
Look, these ones fold up. So we've got some typical British stuff here, look. Some walkers with the London scene. Good old Toblerone. You can't take. Okay, so we're just walking around duty free. I just started to film some bits and pieces of merchandise, basically, and we've been told that we're not allowed to film anywhere in here because of security. We can film our faces, but we can't film anything else. So we're going to just stroll through. Yeah, we're not allowed to film at all. So I'm not quite sure how other people have got away with doing their travel day vlogs and filming in duty free. So.
Well, we just film merchandise with one of us standing in it.
Yeah, so she said if our faces are in it, it's okay, but if our faces aren't, then we can't film it. So, not sure about that one. Anyway, so we're now into the big part of the lounge. Oh look, Gary, there's a Weatherspoons.
Nice.
Don't think we'll be doing that one again.
Breakfast burger.
Yeah, no, we'll go through and have breakfast in the V room soon, but we'll just go for a wander around. There's lots of different shops here, but obviously I can't film them. So, right, we'll go and do some shopping. And Summers, Gary could go and get himself some sexy lingerie.
Yeah, just have. It's really uncomfortable. Right up my bum.
Is that why you're walking funny?
Yeah.
Can you say bum on YouTube?
I might have walked back to front actually.
So we've just been in the Harry Potter store. Gary tried to take a photograph with the wand, but I think his photography skills seem to have gone out the window. So
like the wand's blocking it.
Yeah, having a wander. Having a wander. Anyway, yeah, we're in Harry Potter. So I think we can go and get some breakfast now. So I think we're going to wander that way and get some breakfast. We're going to the V Lounge, and then Gary's decided he needed to stop and make a purchase, so he's just bought himself a very extravagant belt.
Trousers,
yeah, because apparently he's losing so much weight.
Wow, yeah.
So now we're going
Stone lighter than it was last summer for some weird reason.
Can't be through lack of eating, can it?
No, just going to get some sausages.
Yep, here we go. So as usual, I've gone up and got the breakfast while Gary's just powered ahead and eaten his. Very nice gentleman came over and was going to try and grab the hot drinks for me. So my my breakfast didn't go cold, but I beat him to it. But no, they're very friendly in here, very helpful. So far, very nice. This is the food we've got. So Gary's not got a lot of his left really, but yeah, so this is the V breakfast. It was double the size. No, this is the V breakfast, and you can have like baps or sandwiches or whatever. Over here is the bar, and you can go up and you can get all your drinks from up there, all your alcoholic drinks. There's cakes and pastries and things and cereals. It's a lot quieter around this little bit. Quite noisy and busy around the other bit, but I'll take you around there in a minute.
Sausage is nice.
Sorry?
The sausage is nice.
Is that for Ray? You're going to give Ray a sausage update? Because Ray Eden.
Oh.
Yeah, he's always keen to know how you like your sausages, isn't he? He wants to meet up one day, doesn't he, and do a sausage debate with you. So you're happy with that sausage, are you?
Yeah,
right, I'm going to eat mine now before it goes cold. Right, so I'm going to take you around the V room while Gary sits and eats cakes. So, look out the window here. See, there's Virgin Atlantic over there. Don't think that's our one, but there we go. So you've got the games thing here you can play. And this is the main lounge bit here. You can look out the window. And you've got all the nice comfy seats in here. Look out. You've also got some beds down here as well. You can newspapers and magazines. Through here you've got the breakfast area. These are all the nice yummy bits of breakfast you can have. There's the menu up there. What you can have. And then you've got all your bits here.
Are you okay there, madam?
Yes, thank you. All your cutlery and bits here. You've got cinnamon rolls, pain au chocolat, croissant, jams and things. On this side we've got cereals, all your usual suspects, and then you've got fruit and oats and things, and then you've got biscuits and muffins and donuts. And on this side you can get apple juice, cranberry juice, and you've got Coke here, and then obviously all your teas and coffees etc. are here. So this is when you come in. I believe this is like a little play bit for children. There's the Sofitel where we stayed last night. Trunkies and things to sit on. And play a game of Pong. And then we go back to Gary. Oh, the bar here. Very nice bar. Very nice man there who's very helpful. So Gary's actually finally getting up and going for a little wander around. He's going to look for a seat a bit further down so he can see the aircraft and see whether we can see what's going on. I don't think there is any seats down there now. There were some earlier when we first came in, but he insisted on sitting at this end. He's being somewhat of a grump, as he's very, very nervous. So while he's not here, I can talk about him. Yeah, he's trying to hold it together, but he's not being too good at the moment. Did try to get him to take some rescue remedy, but he won't do that. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Just found one seat, really. So I better get going down that way quick. Right, so we found a seat down by the window. So Gary can watch the planes. I said sit by the window so you can watch the planes. So Gary's had his breakfast. He's had his cheese strings, or cheese straws rather, and his muffin. And he's now on to fruit and yoghurt. But he's not going to eat much this morning. He's not going to go over the top. He's only going to have a little bit. Right, so this is it. We're off. Gate 563, did they say? I think. So this is it. Very, very nice man called Peter, who has been really helpful, really lovely, and he told us to sit tight until everybody else had gone to save the queue. So we're off now. But yeah, really nice man. So here we are, Ruby Tuesday. Been on that many years ago when we went with our girls. So that's our baby. And up there in that bubble is where we will be sitting.
Cockpit.
Yeah, cockpit. Yeah, Gary wants to fly. And for those of you who don't know, Gary did used to fly. So I'm not sure if there was an emergency whether he'd be able to take over. Been a while.
Remember a few things.
So, here we go. Ruby Tuesday. It's a good one. So I've just been pulled out for a random security search to take all my shoes off, have my hands swabbed, my feet swabbed, empty my bag. So I obviously looked on it. And we're now just about to go through and here we go.
Here we go. Thank you.
So we've got nobody in front of us here. Toilets are just there. A little table there. And down here you've got your storage things. There's 2 of them. And I very cleverly bought a suction mount for the GoPro to stick on the window, and I forgot the mount for it. So looks like I'm going to be holding my hand out the window the whole way. Well, not out the window, but on the window. But maybe once we start flying, I'll give you a little walk around. But so far, so good. Very easy boarding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Except for the, dodgy-looking woman who got pulled out, drugs tested. So, well, that's even there for a cot. So Gary has a toddler tantrum. I can't put it on there.
She better sleep on it. Just there.
So just a complimentary drink. And the only thing I would say is we bought a cabin-sized suitcase, but because the bubble, because of the curve, the overhead lockers are very small, and the rucksack will be just about fitted, and the suitcase wouldn't at all. We've had to take that down back and put it in the wardrobe. So, but other than that, everything's fine. Ruby Tuesday. Here we go. Notice he's been very talkative this morning. Chatty Gary.
Yeah, I'm fine.
We've just had an announcement from the cabin crew, and they've just said that they want to make this flight amazing for us, and that it's not sunny here and it is in Orlando, and they want to provide us with lots of fun and entertainment en route. So hopefully it'll be a good flight. Gary's just studying the menu, and we're just waiting for takeoff any minute now. Okay, I spoke too soon, so we've just had an announcement that there is a problem on the flight deck, and we are going to be delayed by about 25 minutes while the engineers fix the problem. They've assured us we have got a good tailwind, and so we are going to still arrive on time. So fingers crossed, shouldn't be too bad. So apparently the engineers have been fixed it really quickly, in about 5 minutes actually. So we're not going to be too late going back. Because I forgot my suction thing, I've now got my hand like this, so I'm just wobbling all over the place. It's probably not going to be very good. On our way. said there's a competition and you've got to guess how many tons of fuel they've got on board to take us from Gatwick to Orlando. And for the children, they've got to draw a picture of what they think their captain looks like. That's quite fun. It seemed like a jolly crew. So I'm going to get my television out now and have a look and see what entertainment there is. I'm sucking my lolly because my ears are going mad. Exploded everywhere by the looks of things. Yeah? Yeah, it's exploded all over the table. Yeah, so that looks very nice. And then we've got cheese and biscuits as well. And a nice roll. So, and I've gone for a little glass of red wine, because why not? I'm on holiday. Boursin, yeah. Du vin, du pain, du boursin. Yeah, cheese and biscuits. Camera's going to actually be able to focus on this. There you go. On the bottom of your salt and pepper it says pinched from Virgin Atlantic. It's quite a nice little touch there. Because obviously everybody is going to take these little cuties home with them. Wants to dip the mug. Mine says Disneyland Paris with the steampunk. My one's got a different design. 2 of those. And then we have clotted cream, jam, there was scones, macaron, and a salted caramel eclair, orange juice, coffee. Salmon and cucumber. And cream cheese. Very nice. And this is where we are now. Not far now.
Very panicked for no reason.
There we go. Just waiting to get off now. That's been through security really, really quick. So that's really good. Straight through. backward journey.
We'll be arriving on the 3rd level of the main terminal building. The baggage claim is on level 2.
Terminal of MCO, the Hyatt Hotel, where we got to stay once. Where we stayed up there before. Magic of Disney Stories being refurbed by the looks of it. So no photos by the normal thing. So we're here. Oh, Gary's just doing his hair.
Just scratching my head. Please.
So we're here. It was like home. Do you feel like you're back home?
It was a bit weird.
Oh gosh, so many memories of this place. Memories of my mum sitting over there when there was a Christmas tree. Memories of being in this hotel.
Was it this or what?
No, we were in that corner up there.
Oh, this one here?
Yeah, we were up there. Right, I need to get some documents out because I can't remember who we hired the car through. So I need to get them out to have a look at them. That was a really good flight, wasn't it? It was a really smooth landing. We hit the most tiniest bit of turbulence, but hardly anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Service was brilliant, so well done Virgin. Good flight, like that. So, let's go get the car, and we'll catch you in a minute. We've just been to Alamo, got our car. We ordered a budget one, economy one, because it's always a bit cheaper when you come out here and upgrade out here rather than doing it at home. So we were going to upgrade to the Grand Caravan, which is what we normally have, but we've gone for this instead.
What we ordered was this big.
In fact,
that big, actually.
yeah, it was. We ordered the cheapest, tiniest one,
And it was this big.
and it hasn't cost us as much as it would have done at home to
This big.
upgrade it. So, can you stop it? So this is
big.
what we've gone for. This is what Gary wanted. And we have got a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and it's apparently quite a new one. So, as I say, we normally go for a Dodge Caravan, which is a 7-seater, and we quite like to go for that because we like the comfort and the space. And all the youngsters all go for the Mustangs, which we did think about, but Gary's not keen on convertibles because he doesn't like to mess his hair up. So anyway, it's about a zillion degrees at the moment, and we have long trousers and things on from the Right, so I think we're going to get in the car and put some aircon on. Very nice car inside. And very nice Gary inside. To the hotel, and we are not happy bunnies. We've upgraded to this Jeep. We've just looked at our receipt and found that the lady has actually charged us a lot more than she quoted and has added on some extras which she didn't mention, and to add insult to injury, we've got in here, looks really lovely. It absolutely reeks, and I mean reeks of smoke, really so badly that it's actually making Gary feel sick now, and we've just said we can't stick this for a fortnight. It is really, really awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, really bad. So we're going to drive to the hotel and just check in, and then it looks like we might have to drive back to the airport and have a little complain and try and swap it for something else, because it, clothes and everything, absolutely, it really is so bad. It's like somebody is sitting in here, it's like sitting in an ashtray basically. It's disgusting. So we're not happy bunnies. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, which is going to make it a mega late night, but hey, we were going to pop over to Disney Springs and sort out our tickets, but we won't be able to do that tonight now. So folks, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning now. We're totally shattered. Excuse the glasses and the rough state of us, and I think actually you better excuse Gary, because I think he's just standing there in his boxer shorts actually, so best you stay behind the counter. So quick update, we were going to give you a tour of the Sheraton Vistana Resort where we are staying, all the reception and everything, but unfortunately things kind of took a turn for the worse with the car. Excuse me one second, can you stop eating all my crisps at 3 o'clock in the morning? So we booked in here, and we thought so far everything's been going really well except for the car, and I can still see you eating them. Yeah, we booked in here. A really nice guy by the name of Mark booked us in here and chatted to us, and we are really impressed with this place so far. The Sheraton Vistana Resort at Lake Buena Vista is where we're staying, and when we booked in, Mark said that they are trying to become eco-friendly, and so what they're doing is they're cutting back on housekeeping. Excuse me folks, just 1 second, I have got to take these crisps away from Gary. That's disgusting. They are trying to become eco-friendly, so what they are doing is they are cutting back on housekeeping. It's 3 o'clock in the morning for us. We've been up about 24 hours and he's still being annoying. So anyway.
It's not quite 12, 24 minutes.
Well, no, okay, but I didn't really sleep last night. So anyway, yeah, long time. Long enough to make us shattered. So anyway.
21 hours probably.
They're trying to be eco-friendly. So he said to us, obviously, part of your sort of package, your payment. You stop. Part of your payment is that you get housekeeping, so you get clean towels, clean bedding, and so on. He said, now if you decide not to have that, we will give you a free breakfast every day. And we said, okay. And they said that we're just trying to be
smell fresh, loads of food. Stink, no. Smell fresh, no food. Stink, loads of food. So we're being stinky and eat loads of food. No,
so anyway, what he said was you can still call up housekeeping and ask for new sheets or towels or whatever if you really need them, but you do have a washer dryer, so if you're prepared to wash them yourself, that's fine. And we were saying if we stay in a villa, we've always done our own laundry and everything anyway, so we're quite happy to do that. Yeah. But they said we'll give you a free breakfast every day of your stay, and we thought, well, that sounds pretty good. So that's what we've opted for.
So yeah, we can handle sticking to the sheets. We get a free cooked breakfast out of it.
We're not going to stick to the sheets because we've got washing facilities. Yeah, and I even bought washing liquid, like washing powder liquid, That didn't make sense, but you know what I mean. Washing machine liquid. I'm so tired now.
I mean,
so anyway,
clean won't keep you alive, but food will.
Yeah. So anyway, we basically were going to give you a little look round, but. And here comes a rant, and I know Paul from Paul and Cheryl from at that UK Disney couple. Paul likes to do a bit of a Paul's rants by Paul. Well, this is a rant by Dawn. Oh my God, I am so disgusted with Alamo. I am so disgusted with Alamo. So first of all, we upgraded our car, and they gave us a price and told us. And she kind of hurriedly gave us all the paperwork, and it was only when we got in the car and sat down that I realised that she'd actually overcharged us and added on some bits that she hadn't mentioned. So that was one thing. But we thought we'll let that go because, you know, okay, you know, we're quite happy to have the car that we chose. You okay there? And then we started to drive back. The car was sitting there ready for us, and it had all the doors and everything open, didn't it? Mm. So basically the car was open, all the doors were open, it was sitting there on the forecourt ready for us. So we kind of jumped in, had all the windows down and drove off. And obviously, you know, we're tired, we're trying to find our way back. We've not stayed here before, so we weren't quite sure. You know, we're on sort of like Davenport Villa mode, weren't we? Where we sort of stayed before. And it's just as we started driving, the smell got worse and worse and worse, to the point where I felt really tight-chested. I have a bad lung anyway, and I have to be careful. And you start to feel sick, and our clothes actually stink of smoke where we've sat on the seat.
Someone's obviously smoked quite heavily in it.
I mean, it's really bad.
Well, more than one.
And we're not
quite heavily.
We're not just talking about a little bit bad, we're talking about really, really bad, to the point where I said to Gary, I don't think I can stick this for a fortnight, and Gary said, I don't think I can do it for another day. So we got here and we spoke to the manager here who checked us in, and we sort of said to him, you know, we want to make a call. We're thinking about going back there, but we're so tired, so, you know, what's the score with using the phones? And we told him what it was all about, and he was really disgusted, wasn't he? And he said, no, what you need to do is, they shouldn't have rented it out to you like that. He said, what you need to do is phone Alamo and get them to bring you a new car here, so that you don't have to drive 30 minutes back there and pay tolls, etc. So, long story short, I got into the apartment. We were going to give you a little look round and everything, but we decided instead that we would just leave the crisps alone, that we would just don't open a new packet. Do not open a new packet. Yeah, so basically I spent half an hour on the phone to Alamo. I explained the whole thing to one woman, who then said she needed to put me through to the help department at Orlando International Airport. I then spoke to a lady called Stephanie, who told me that the only thing they could do was they couldn't bring, because the manager here said we needed to demand them to bring a car here, and he said we were quite within our rights to do that. So Stephanie, bless her, told us that that wasn't possible, and that what we'd have to do is call roadside assistance to come and swap out the car. However, there would be a large fee for that. If we called them out, we would have to pay a call-out fee. So I said I didn't think that was really right, considering they'd hired out a car that wasn't suitable for use. And she said the only other thing we could do is we could go to the local Enterprise place, which Alamo and Enterprise apparently are virtually the same company. And there was one sort of 10 minutes away. I said, okay then. She said, however, it closed at 4 o'clock, and it was now about 7:30, 8 o'clock here. So that was no good. So she said, oh, you drive back to the airport. And considering by then it was about 1:30 in the morning for us, we were knackered. We decided that that wasn't an option. So I said no. And so she basically said, well, they're your options. If you get roadside assistance to swap it out, you're going to have about a 4-hour wait, and it's going to cost you quite a lot of money. So we weren't very happy and asked to speak to a manager. So she went off and spoke to a manager, and then she came back and said, no, they're the only options. And what we'll do is when you come back, we'll just put you back to the car you originally paid for. And we said, well, no, because we've paid extra now, so we want the car that we've paid for, and we want one that's decent and that we can actually get in. And I said to her, I can't do that tonight, I can't. She said, well, it's your only option, you've got to come back tonight to swap the car. And I said, look, we've been up all day, we have had a very long international flight, and we are shattered, and we don't relish driving in the dark all the way back to the airport now. And what about we've got to pay tolls to come back? And she said they wouldn't compensate us for anything and that we had to take the car back. And when I said to her it wasn't good enough, and who was the manager she spoke to, could I speak to them? And she said, no, there's about 12 managers here. So I said, who was the one you spoke to? And she said, why? And I said, well, I'd like their name, please. And she hung up on me. She actually hung up on me. And we're not too impressed with that. So we now, tomorrow, have fast passes booked and breakfast booked and all sorts of things, which I've now got to cancel because we now have to drive back to the airport tomorrow morning to swap this car.
Then reenact the Battle of the Alamo.
Yeah, basically. So, yeah, not very impressed with them. So, Alamo, you've let us down big time. So, I have to say that so far we've had a really nice time. You know, Virgin room was really good. The Virgin flight was fantastic. Staff have been, you know, over and above on both of those things. Sheraton Vistana Resort here, brilliant. You know, the staff were fantastic here. The room, well, I say it's a room, it's like an apartment. It's beautiful. So far, everything's gone really well, and the car has been the one thing that has just ruined everything. Anyway, with that said, I'll give you a really quick room tour whilst Gary gets himself tucked up into bed. But I won't show you that bit.
It's like a villa, actually.
Well, it is. It's like a villa on one level,
Yeah,
but
I've quite expected it to be this big.
Tomorrow I will show you outside because we had a brilliant view, but I don't know what you can see at the moment. But I'll just take you around now and show you very quickly. So, front door. Gary's very pleased with this little gadget. So you basically do that to open your door, and that stops the door opening too far. So he's very impressed with that. So you come in. You've got vacuum cleaner and a cupboard here with broom and everything, a little cupboard there. And then you walk around to here and we have a washer and a dryer, which was one of Gary's stipulations. I have to have a washer dryer, he said. So therefore we can do our own laundry. And we have a nice little ornament here. So that's just as you come in. Here we've got the kitchen. So you've got a nice big freezer with the ice compartment and a nice big fridge, which is a little bit empty at the moment. And then we've got drawers everywhere you look. You've got dishwasher detergent and all clean cloths and everything. They provide you with kitchen towel. There you go. You've got juices and things in there. You've got a nice big oven and a microwave. There's all the usual suspects, you know, cups and plates and all that kind of stuff and everything in all the different cupboards. So, all your cutlery drawers. You've got other pots and pans and things in there. More kitchen towel and washing up liquid. Sink with what we think might be a disposal unit. Yes, it is a food waste disposal. It says it on there. Gary wasn't sure. Tea and coffee making facilities. And then they also give you some Starbucks coffees and bits. And you've got a nice dishwasher down here. There we go. Fire extinguisher. And more things. So this is the lounge area. And it's just beautiful. So you've got this big breakfast bar. A telephone over there, loads of sockets everywhere as well. So then you've got this really nicely furnished area here. Gary has laid all his clothes out, just hung them over chairs for tonight because we couldn't be bothered to put everything on hangers tonight. So we're going to do that tomorrow. So you've got a nice 6-seater dining room table. And you've got the sofa, coffee table and a couple of chairs. A really, really large television. And then you've got sound system, and I'm not even sure, I think that's some kind of stereo. And then you've got all these drawers, which are quite deep drawers as well. So you've got very deep drawers there. So you look out onto, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this because it's dark, but we look out onto, we have a little little terrace, netted terrace, and there is a lake there with a big fountain in the middle, but you can't see that tonight, but I will show you that tomorrow. It's very nice. Then over here you've got another table with a lamp and a chair, and they've got these everywhere, which are your little sockets and your USBs as well for charging, so that's really good. So yeah, so this is the view from there. So you've got your ceiling fans as well, and the aircon's really working well as well, which is really nice because it is extremely hot out. So you go in here into the bedroom, excuse the mess, all the stuff thrown everywhere. So you've got a drawer next to the bed, again another charging ports, nice big queen size bed, another telephone, more chargers and ports and everything. And again, I don't think you're going to be able to see out, but there is a lake there. No, you can't really see. I'll show you that tomorrow. So yeah, then you've got another chair, which again has just things laid on it at the moment. Another television, lots of drawers, and these are actually quite deep. They're actually double drawers. And then in here we have more spare bedding and everything, and then you've got a safe, and it's actually quite a deep safe. You can get quite a lot in there. We've stored our big suitcases underneath there, so you've got plenty of storage there. And then on this side you've got quite ample space to put all your clothing. So, and there's quite a few hangers in there, but we just couldn't be bothered to do that tonight. So, and then in the bedroom you have a jacuzzi. Yeah, in the bedroom, right next to the bed, with a little peephole to go through, a little serving hatch. And yeah, you've got a jacuzzi. So you can sit and have a jacuzzi in your bedroom. And then here you've got like a dressing table area with a stool, mirror, and a sink, and another mirror, and again loads and loads of sockets everywhere. Oh, it might have helped if I put the light on, look, you could see better then. Mirror on the wall there as well, the magnifying one. So yes, you've got that. So just looking from here to the bedroom, it's really large and really nice. And then you come through here, so you've got the kitchen that side, and you've got another sink with another mirror and more bits and pieces. And then you come into here where you've got plenty of towels, obviously the toilet, not much to say about that, and a very large walk-in shower. So all in all, pretty good. So, oh, that's a locked door. Just realised there was another door. But everywhere you look, there's lots and lots of, there's sockets down there. You know, there's sockets everywhere. So, you know, it's a really nice place. So if anyone's looking for somewhere to stay, it's very near to Disney. It's Sheraton Vistana Resort. Definitely worth a look. Right, I'm going to say goodnight now. I think Gary's disappeared off somewhere, and we will catch you in the morning for Saga 2 of the Alamo, or as Gary's calling it, the Battle of the Alamo. Night all, see you tomorrow.